Like this video if you want Norman to be alive and not dead.
Seriously, go like, do you really want this poor boy to be dead? I mean, look at him. Come on. I know he was a lovable character in season 1. I know you guys want him to return. Just hit the like and subscribe.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the new episode of Promised Neverland. This episode was pretty interesting, and I did have my doubts and my suspicions about certain people, so let's talk about it. By the way, before I get into it, I am not caught up in the Promised Neverland manga. I'm going in to the anime blind-eyed. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that manga ended for Promised Neverland, so that means the anime shouldn't be too long. It should be nice and sweet. What's going on? So, excited to see from that. So let's uncover some mysteries. We start off the episode with Emma showing some pictures to Mujika about Phil and the other kids back at the farm. You can still see the goal still clear and set in Emma's mind. She's prepared to advance in what she has to do with these kids and then eventually come back for everyone else. Eventually we get Emma showing a picture of Norman to Mujika, and she talks about the promise that she made to Norman, along with how Mujika is not really a demon at all compared to the ones that she'd seen back in the farm. This leads to Mujika talking about how their appearances, demons, has become warped in the last 1,000 years. And before meeting Emma and the other kids, they had never even spoken to or seen humans before. Sonju ends up being in the cup for a couple seconds right after that conversation took place. And I've got to tell you, I was definitely suspicious from the moment I saw him. And I'm not going to even lie to you, I really do like his character design, especially when he has his hood up. For some reason, it just reminds me of Guts from Berserk, and I really like Guts from Berserk. And, Sonju, his character design himself isn't too bad. It is now time for the kids and everyone to depart and make their way to their destination. The kids are ready to take the long path and the safe path to make their way to Mr. Minerva. Sonju makes sure that he warns everyone to stay away from the forests and waters, just to make sure everyone else is safe on their journey. And while he is a nice guy in that regard, he does have some slight motives behind it. But before getting behind his motives, Mujika ends up giving Emma an amulet that'll supposedly protect Emma. Now, I'm just going to throw some stupid theories or ideas, but I can't wait to see what this amulet's going to have in store. I'm sure it's going to be some kind of saving piece when they're in trouble from some demons. Maybe a force field or some kind of attack that they can use with the amulet. Something. Or I could just be wrong and it just is an amulet for luck or something. I don't know. At the very least, it makes a nice fashion accessory, I guess. Let's go with that. As Emma and the kids head off finally, Sonju tells Mujika that she got pretty attached to the kids. Mujika claims that Sonju did as well, as they are escapees. And if they turn them to the farm, they could live comfortably for at least a good 6 months and make a decent amount of living out of that. But Sonju has no desire to send them to the farm, and does admit that they are good kids. But the motive behind why he saved them and is protecting them for that regard is they can breed outside the farms. Now, I knew there was going to be some kind of motive behind this dude, and I was just waiting for the time to come. I didn't think it would come this soon, this episode, but here we see it. They can breed outside the farms. The next generation and on is going to be wild humans, and they'll be natural. At that point, with natural humans, they'll be able to hunt them and eat them eventually. And in that case, it's nothing against their religion. It doesn't go against their religion in Sonju's mind. Apparently, it doesn't go against the gods to take the lives of the creations in the name of hunting. So as long as he hunts the kids in a natural manner, Sonju then makes a creepy face, claiming that he can eat as many humans as he wants. So he's playing the long game and waiting for the time to come where he can eventually devour humans. Thank God Mujika doesn't seem that way. I'm really hoping she doesn't have any kind of motives either. She really does seem pure and kind. So hopefully she stays that way. Maybe she even changes Sonju's mind in some manner. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Finally, before we get rid of Sonju and Mujika for this episode at least, we see Sonju in the forest and wanders against some demons. Now this is what I was talking about earlier of why I like his character design so much. He comes against these demons with a hood, and he has his blade and everything already, and straight up just chops off one of their heads, like clean chop. And it just reminds me so much of something that Guts would do if he saw a demon wandering in the woods. It's amazing. Emma, Ray, and the others finally make it to their destination, but don't see anything at all. They don't see any kind of buildings, Mr. Minerva, nothing. And they're really lost and confused. Some are even angry. While trying to figure out what's going on, Ray whips out the little device and discovers that there's an entrance that leads underground. So everyone heads underground. Hopefully, nothing shady is going to be going on from this point on. They stumble against radios and bathrooms, kitchens, even a library. These kids have it made out for them for where they are right now. They all come to the conclusion that Mr. Minerva prepared the shelter for people like them who escaped the house and made it there safely.
This kid right here ends up playing the piano and surprisingly is pretty good at it already. I'm not sure if in the last season that we seen him and they had instruments at the farm, I can't remember. But if this is his first time, this dude's a prodigy. And he might be the next celebrity in the human world.
I'm going to keep my eye out for this kid. Everyone keep their eye out. He's going to be huge. As he's playing the piano, another kid comes up to the piano and decides to push one of the keys. That leads to a secret entrance behind the piano, and everyone wanders in to see what it is. And it turns out it's a secret passageway. Just in case anybody tries to pull some shady stuff, demons pop in there. At least they know they got that right there to hide real quick. I'm just going to keep that in the back of my mind.
Now that they're done checking out the place and making sure everything's okay, they go do the one thing that they've been waiting for such a long time. And honestly, I do not blame them one bit.
That's right, a nice hot shower. And they can take hot showers, hot baths, nothing cold. Everything is all nice and fine at that moment. I'm not gonna lie, I just don't blame them for wanting to do that most of all. I mean, they probably stink after going through all those woods and all that stuff. You know, it's probably cold out there. Shoot, I know I want to take a hot shower all the time, even in the summertime. There's just something nice about the hot water hitting your skin. And as they end up taking a bath, one of the kids ends up crying, saying that the journey wasn't so horrible here, and Sonju and Mujika saved them. At this point, they can all be proud of themselves. They really did pull through all that. They made it out after being blinded by lies when they were in the farm, and actually managing to make it through all that. Granted that they did come across two saviors, regardless that one of the saviors has more devious motives to this all, but still, you know, you're still living rather than dead. So that's always good. Dinner time. They can finally have a nice actual meal and not be concerned about their surroundings with monsters around them or anything of the sort. After dinner, Ray pulls out the radios that he found earlier in the house and figures that they turn it on and try to listen in to what's going on at the farm back home. Considering their mom at the farm used to send information and disappear once every day at a certain time, which was 8 o'clock. More investigating in the house leads to Emma finding a new door with a hole in there, and on the door there's an owl mark. Suspicions is high right here. Now we do know the last time Emma found a door along with the other kids and what happened with that, so they might just have to be on their toes with this one. But that's not the only thing. As Yvette and another child is walking through the house, they find another door as well. This one seems a lot more ominous with a red light right above them. The scenery is weird. I gotta say, these kids are really ballsy. If that was me as a kid, knowing that demons practically ran that world where they're at, and they were after them, and they stepped in that creepy scenery and saw that suspicious door, my ass would be out for sure. Yvette and the other kids walk in the room, and soon enough, on the wall, they see help written repeatedly alongside two bunk beds. It seems like bunk beds. No, it's definitely bunk beds. So, I don't know what the gist of this room is. Maybe they trap kids that came from farms in this room. Maybe there's something shady going on here. They had to do something. I don't know. But this room is really mysterious. But that's not the only mystery going on, as Emma and the other kids walk in their room that they had the key for, and the phone is ringing in that room. So Emma walks to it slowly, picks up the phone, and on the other end is William Minerva, the man that they've been looking for this whole time and wasn't there at their destination. Now he's calling them. And that's where the episode ends, and we have to wait till next week. And I didn't see a preview or anything, so I'm actually really curious what's going to be happening next week. I need to know if this William Minerva is actually a good guy. Like, what's up with that room right there? Is he really out there to help them? Where is this going to lead from here? Are we actually going to have a time skip this early on? Or even if it's like a year or under a year, and the kids start heading out to the other farms to save everyone else, you know, where does it lead from here? I really doubt the time skip aspect, or if it is a time skip, it's gonna be something short. I have a feeling Norman's alive. Just the way that he ended off last season, it just seemed too sketchy. He has to have a bigger role in this. Hopefully, I'm hoping he is, because Norman was actually one of my favorites. So we're gonna have to see for that. I did forget to mention when Ray and the others were checking in on the radio frequency and they did hear a signal from somebody in the farm. It was short and unusual, so they're just gonna have to keep checking in just to see what's gonna be happening from this point on and to see if they can get any updates, hopefully. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of seeing Emma's gonna be stepping up even more from this point on. She's gonna be one of those best girls in the show eventually. She really knows how to train with a bow and arrow. She knows what she has to do in dire situations. I can see it soon. She's gonna have her first kill, her first demon kill. She's gonna run across them. Maybe William Minerva sends them to another location and they have to get over there. But this time it has to be through a dangerous zone. Maybe there's a couple demons that guard that zone. So we're just gonna have to find out. And that's about it for the video. So if you did like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below. And I'm going to see you on the next one. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do next. Hopefully it's the Jujutsu no Kaisen review and discussion. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the show. It's hard not to hear about it. It's the hottest thing going on right now, apparently. So I'm excited to talk about that. And I want to get my One Piece 1001 review up soon. That's definitely coming out before 1002. I haven't forgot about that. Okay, that's about it. Hopefully you guys have a good day. I'm out.